Welcome back to another video, bro. Welcome back to another video. We're reacting to the most hated cards versus the most good cards in the game, bro. Okay? Dagger Duchess is apparently killing the king. I don't know what's happening. We're reacting to this video, though.
Tower troops, new evolutions, game-changing updates, and a brand new champion. 2024 has been a year full of surprises in Clash Royale. We have a total of 119 cards now. Sounds unbelievable, right? After millions of battles this year, which cards do you think were most loved by the players? And which cards received the...
Okay, I think... Let me predict this, bro. I think Princess cannot be in the loves. I think Princess cannot be in the loves. Hog Rider, Mini PEKKA, Log, Arrows in the most loved cards. Mega Knight, Mega Knight, Firecracker. I can't say Hog Rider. Hog Rider is balanced. Mega Knight, Firecracker, Rage or Goblin Spell. I don't know. It's a Rage or Goblin Spell and... No, it's Freeze. It's Freeze. Mega Knight, Firecracker, Freeze, and some other card.
Most hate in 2024? Let's find out. So, starting off at number 5 on the list of the most loved cards,
Give a lot of applause.
we have the Knight. Despite receiving multiple nerfs throughout the year, the Knight has been fairly consistent in terms of win percentage and usage rates. Currently, the Knight sits at a great 54% win rate. Decks like Graveyard, Logbait, and Expo have constantly relied on the Knight this year. Loved by the pros and casuals alike, the Knight acts as the perfect mini-tank for your win condition. The Evolved Knight has seen the most success in Graveyard decks, where its ability to take critical hits shines. The Knight absorbs all the hits from enemy towers and troops, while the Graveyard plus Poison combo wrecks the opponent. The Evolved Knight is also a great counter to the annoying Siege archetype. Expo and Mortars are no match for him. After 3 nerfs this year, people have started viewing the Knight as a fairly balanced card. While being a viable card at top ladder, the Knight has also received love in mid ladder. He's a good counter to popular mid ladder cards like the Mega Knight and Wizard. And because the Knight is quite easy to upgrade, players love using him. Plus, he comes with an awesome mustache that's hard to rival. Starting off the most hated list at number 5.
Wow. That's actually crazy. Dagger Duchess.
We have the Dagger Duchess. Oh dear. Remember the time when it was released? It'll surely bring you some nightmares, especially
I'm not gonna lie. When she released, bro, she was broken. Now she's fucking useless, bro. Nobody should use a Dagger Duchess. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Cycle player. The Dagger Duchess was released as the 3rd tower troop in April, and boy did it break the game on release. It seemed like it had infinite daggers. The Duchess would counter entire pushes all by herself, leaving players clueless. And to counter the Dagger Duchess and make her ineffective, you needed her to use up all her daggers, which was tricky because most cards would die to it very quickly, and the person playing Dagger Duchess
like a freaking Mini PEKKA would die.
This in turn allowed them to gain
a
massive elixir advantage. The tower troops single-handedly killed the entire bait archetype. The whole meta was filled with beatdown decks just because of how strong the Dagger Duchess was. In fact, she was used in 65% of the decks on ladder. Every single deck that finished top 10 in May had the Dagger Duchess. Complaints about her flooded social media. People were complaining about how unfair the Duchess was and how she ruined the game for them. The card had to be nerfed brutally 3 times before it would eventually drop out of the meta. But the 3 months in which the Dagger Duchess was viable was perhaps one of the darkest phases of this year. Speaking of bad times, which is your worst memory in Clash Royale? Comment down.
200% when, like, I was getting meted down by 2 Elite Barbarians, and they decided, like, to nerf it as soon as I left. As soon as I left, my cards were, like, really under-leveled. I only played for, like, a month after I, like, came back, bro, because, like, my whole deck, like, Elite Barbarians, like, just straight put the Elite Barbarians, put the Rage down, like, was absolutely destroyed. They, like, nerfed the Rage, they nerfed everything. I think that was actually the worst experience of my life. My deck was not good, and I was getting countered by everything.
below. Number 4 on the list of most loved cards this
I predicted it. I predicted it.
year is the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I have to confess that I didn't put it on this list just because we share a common love for pancakes, but because of how useful the card is. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. is one of the most loved cards in mid-ladder because of how easy it is to use and the value it provides. You don't need to use any proper placements or timings to unlock the card's full potential. It's your typical high DPS card that you can always rely on to counter those annoying beatdown pushes.
I think, bro, Mini P.E.K.K.A. like it fits into every deck, bro. I feel like you can replace him with every not swarm cards. Any mini thing you can like replace Mini P.E.K.K.A. And like you can use it at its full potential when like you freaking use the placement right, bro. Like imagine Logbeard with a freaking Mini P.E.K.K.A. You'd be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like that's like actually like gonna be like that's still gonna do its job.
It has a 25% use rate on ladder, which is quite good for a mini tank. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. has been used together with Giant and Goblin Giant decks with great success. These decks rely on punishing your opponent if they make a mistake, and what card is better to do that job than the Mini P.E.K.K.A.? Those Mini P.E.K.K.A. hits on the towers feel so satisfying, right? As we wait for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. evolution, one thing's for sure. Mini P.E.K.K.A. not only cooks great pancakes, it also cooks the bad players in mid-ladder. Okay, so at number 4 on the most hated list.
Like slamming you for like a spatula, bro. No troll, I start thinking like, yo, Mini P.E.K.K.A. is like SpongeBob, but like if SpongeBob could fight.
2024, we have the newest card in the game, Goblinstein. So I don't know whose idea it was to introduce such a broken card mechanic in the game, but I know for sure that they didn't playtest the card enough. 66% usage rate with a 56% win rate.
I remember this, bro. This meta was so ass, bro. Like every single push like you made with swarm cards, they're gone. Not even like every single push with swarm cards. Mini P.E.K.K.A. would fully get countered by the freaking lightning. I would start thinking, bro. I really wanted to quit, but I was already in Arena 19. I started out like I was like really, you know.
These numbers are real, and still these numbers don't even do justice to how overpowered Goblinstein is. If you know how to use the card correctly, your opponent is getting crushed. Many people complain that the Doctor has too much HP, and they're right. Surviving a P.E.K.K.A. hit is not really crazy.
Bazara! Are we serious? The Goblinstein used to survive a P.E.K.K.A. hit, bro? I used to play Goblinstein with P.E.K.K.A. when it was like in his prime. Like I got it. No, yeah, I got it because I was on the release date, and I think they were giving it out for free. No, okay, I was playing Mini P.E.K.K.A., Goblinstein, Rage, Mini P.E.K.K.A. of course, Witch, Valkyrie, Archer's Spirit. I think that's what my deck was, and holy moly, that deck was stupid broken, bro. After they decided to nerf Goblinstein, so then
But it makes no sense at all. The card almost always guarantees a positive elixir trade because often you end up spending more than you would like to defend the monster. And on top of that, all you need is only 2 elixir to decimate entire pushes using the Goblinstein's ability. If you don't have proper ranged troops or buildings to counter the card, there isn't really much you can do against it.
And all you need to do with the Goblinstein, bro, literally you place it, bro, and like it does so much damage just off the 2 elixir lightning spell, bro.
The card is easy to use, and there's a big possibility that it might become a mid-ladder menace in the upcoming months. Pro players have been complaining about the card being unhealthy for the game ever since it was released. Apparently, another nerf seems to be on the horizon. But despite being out only for 2 months, Goblinstein has made itself known as one of the most hated card releases ever in Clash Royale. What do you think is the most hated card release of all time? Next up, taking the number 3 spot on the most loved
log, bro. I didn't expect the log.
Cards list is the log. It's incredibly versatile, knocks
I'm not
back
gonna lie,
troops, crushes swarms, and has cool-looking spikes. And all of that for just 2 elixir. What other reason do you need to love this card? The log is the pillar of almost every archetype. Expo, Hog, Royal Giant, Goblin Drill, Bait, Mortar, you just name it. 2024 has seen the rise of a lot of swarm cards, thanks to a lot of goblins invading Clash Royale. Thanks to the log, they've been kept in check. Log is the number 1 preferred small spell of pros and is present in almost all top ladder decks.
It gives you like extra time, bro. I feel like log is just so good because it gives you like extra time to think about like what you're gonna do. Like, even though that, like, that exercise is, like, probably, like, 0.05 seconds, bro. Like, it still matters. Those 0.5 seconds, bro, gives you time to think, bro.
Reason for the log's popularity is the rise of Evolved Goblin Drill in 2024. The log is still a major counter to the drill, making the card a must-have in your deck. It's also helpful in taking out the Evolved Wizard's shield, which makes him vulnerable.
Yep.
These are just some of the uses for the log.
That low-key, I would never use it. I don't care how, I don't care how much, bro, I'm not using a log on the freaking, on the wizard, bro. Like, I let the wizard hit my tower, and that thing wouldn't even do half of my damage, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, the wizard, like, you need to go, bro.
The card alone is single-handedly
Supercell, like, buff the wizard, bro. Like, I know you guys are gonna be like, oh no, everybody's complaining about the wizard. The wizard is ass, bro. Like, the wizard is double cheeked up ass. I don't think I've ever thought about a batter card, bro. Hello, mate.
Toxic metas in the game.
Hello, mate.
With a 35% use rate on ladder, the log has been one of the most used cards in the game throughout the year. No surprises there. But you know what's surprising? The log can actually talk. Well, all this talk is making me thirsty. So while I get a glass of water, make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, back to the most hated.
Downy gives your sheets a delicate, fresh scent that breathes life into your laundry.
$5 a day, invested for 1 year, and you could have $1,900. $5 a day.
Oh,
Cards list now. Imagine a card having 83% use rate. You may think I'm kidding. Well, I'm not.
Okay, which guys, predict, okay? 83% win rate of this year. Is it of this year? Okay, it doesn't have to be this year. 83% win rate. Legendary. What legendary came out, bro? Okay, I think it's low key because I don't want to make this video too long, and like I don't want to make you guys sit here. Maybe Phoenix. I don't know. Maybe the Phoenix. That stupid Phoenix meta, bro. The Phoenix meta where like everybody was running Phoenix clone, bro. GG's.
Coming in at number 3 on the most hated list is the Goblin Machine. Oh my, where do I even begin? Let's rewind back to June. The Goblins had just invented a new way of ruining Clash Royale in the form of Goblin Machine. But why was literally everyone in the community frustrated about the card on its release? Maybe because it was shooting rockets out of its back. And do you know what was worse? Those rockets had the same damage as an actual rocket, both on troops and crown towers.
Stop trolling. No, cap, guys, cap. I don't care, cap. There was no reason. No. You guys are lying, bro. There was no way that the Goblin Machine's rockets were actually freaking as broken as the actual rockets. But stop trolling.
So broken that calls for an emergency nerf were all over social media. The card has generated hate not just towards itself, but towards Supercell as well. What were the game devs thinking? How can they release a card in such a game-breaking state? Were there no playtesters left at Supercell? Constant hate was flying everywhere.
Bro, make Jinxie the playtester, bro.
As the most
He's really for the... No, never
was
mind.
In Clash Royale history, Supercell dropped a heavy emergency nerf to the Goblin Machine. The Goblin Machine's rocket was nerfed to oblivion, but the card still packed a punch. After more series of complaints, 2 weeks later, another nerf had to be deployed, this time targeting the hit point of the machine. The Goblin Machine was nerfed to death. But after all that was witnessed in June, who could blame Supercell? Despite brutal nerfs, the card continued to receive hate because of how inconsistent its attacking pattern was. The Goblin Machine remains in the shadows now, but the chaos and hate...
No, not really. It's in Goblin Giant everywhere. I literally like played 2 games and you freaking play against it. So
it had generated during its launch was unlike anything we'd seen before. Moving on to the top 2 of the most loved cards list, we have everyone's favorite title card, the Ice Spirit. Everyone just loves the cute frosty fella. It's a quick cycle card you can fit in most decks. Ice Spirit has very simple but useful mechanics. You can pull off some crazy defenses combining the Ice Spirit with other cards, like Skeletons and Ice Spirit versus Mega Knight, to get your King Tower activated. It's a very straightforward card, and you know what you're going to get out of it.
Icy's a
Despite
beautiful
a
card.
rather
I
bad
really
start to the year,
thinking
the Evolved Ice Spirit has recently
Icy
begun
is,
to
like,
receive
truly
a
the
lot
best
of
card
love
in the
from
game.
players. With an 18% use rate
Well, not
and
the best card in the
53%
game.
win rate
You get what I'm
currently,
saying.
the card is becoming increasingly popular day after day. It's used in various popular decks such as Goblinstein, Royal Hogs, and Hog Cycle. All these decks rely on the brilliance of the Ice Spirit on defense. When it's in cycle, it makes
Beautiful.
it almost
It's truly
impossible
just a
for a
beautiful
beatdown
card.
push like Royal Giant or Balloon to break through. And it feels like the
It's
cycle
like the
players
log.
constantly
It's
get
literally like the log. The Icy's like the log. It buys you time, bro, but like the Icy like will actually buy you time. The log might give you like 0.05. Like the Icy will give you like half a second to think about
in cycle every
what you
time,
can do.
making it almost
Truly.
impossible for the opponent to get any damage. The Ice Spirit is finally getting the love it deserved after a long time, and I'm excited to see what's next for our little friend. The amount of broken cards released this year is unreal, and
Okay, who? Holy moly. I can see it, and bro, let me tell you, I hopped back on the game when Void was in the thing, bro. Holy moly. I didn't hop back on the game. I was in Arena 19. I took a break for like 1 or 2 weeks, bro. And bro, I come back to the freaking Void. I do the tutorial. Oh my goodness, yo, I really think this is a good card, bro. Let me not put it in the deck. Holy moly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games. I played 12 games. I played 12 games, and every single one of them run Void. It was an arrow, a fireball, a rocket in one spell. I can promise you, everybody was gonna the Void needed an emergency nerf that day. Literally that day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 decks I've played, and I've never ever really looked low. I changed my deck like 4 times, thinking, oh my gosh, maybe it's my deck, bro. Maybe I gotta put Skarmy in my deck, bro. Holy moly. It took care of Skarmy when my mini PEKKA was in the Skarmy. What the freak was that, bro?
our second most hated card of the year is no different. It's
I'm not
none
gonna lie,
other
though.
than the Void. No other spell has ever sparked more controversy than the Void on initial release. The card wasn't just broken, it was absurdly broken. Imagine countering an entire Lumberloon push for just 3 elixir, or
Yes,
getting a
bro.
positive elixir trade countering an elixir collector, hog rider, or even an archer queen. The Void wasn't just broken, it was totally unfair. The card was doing earthquake level damage to buildings, rocket level damage to troops,
Yes.
and poison level damage to crown towers. It was like combining all the best spells of the game into a single
Yes, bro.
all-powerful
No,
spell.
exactly what I said.
And if
Literally exactly what I said, bro.
you wanted to counter Void,
Like, you didn't
needed
need to
place
run like a
half
small
dozen
spell and a
elixir
big
worth
spell.
of troops
You only
next
need to
to the
run
thing you
Void.
want to protect. Void was released such that grouped units would reduce its effectiveness, but for a card which was meant to be weak against swarms, it would
It was
totally destroy
stupid
them
fucking
too.
good,
the
bro.
Void's
It was
first
stupid
2
good
hits would destroy
for
the
a
swarms,
freaking card that
and the
was
final
supposed to
hit
be
would
not
destroy
good
whatever
against
troop
swarms.
or building you were trying to protect. The community went into outrage
Holy moly. What is this? Okay.
With strength and determination, you can...
over the Void from the first day itself. The whole concept of the card was just dumb, they said. Supercell had to respond, and after a series of heavy
Yes,
nerfs
bro.
in the next
Yes.
3 months, Void fell out of the meta, but not before it had unleashed unimaginable chaos. Finally, for the most loved Clash Royale card of the year.
Wait, hold on. Princess?
Drum roll, please. We have
I didn't think Princess, bro. I thought, because I saw this title, I saw the title, and I thought Princess from Logbait. Every single person hates the Princess from Logbait, but the Princess from the
the
King-
Princess.
Loki?
But wait,
That's
I'm
actually-
not talking about the regular Princess. The real MVP this year has been the Tower Princess. Despite the release of 2 new Tower
She's
troops,
like the
kind of
assist, like, you know the guy that assists a lot, bro? That, like, assists super a bunch, bro? And, like, nobody recognizes him because he only assists and never scores a goal, bro? Low-key, that's literally the Princess, bro. Yo, can we get some W's in the chat for the Princess, bro? I truly love the Princess more than, like, I love my left toe.
and Dagger Duchess, it's the Tower Princess which has been a symbol of consistency throughout 2024. Both Cannoneer and Dagger Duchess eventually fell out of the meta, but the Tower Princess remained consistent both on top ladder and mid ladder. The Cannoneer was bad against Swarms and Graveyard in general, while beatdown decks were the weakness of Dagger Duchess. But since the Tower Princess is decent against both beatdown and title decks, players don't have to worry about getting hard countered just because of the Tower troop they're using. And that's why it's the most loved card throughout the year. With an unmatched 84% usage rate now in the game, it's clear that the Tower Princess has prevailed as the best Tower troop, and players will continue to rely on her always. So, here we are. Now, before I reveal the most hated card of the year.
Okay, let me see. Okay, who do you guys think the most hated card is, bro? Loki, I think... Phoenix, bro. Yo, I'm really thinking right now, and I really think Phoenix or Mega Knight. Never mind, Mega Knight, bro. Come on.
A fair warning.
Easy Mega Knight.
This is gonna be a lot of ranting, so be prepared. The most hated card of the year is none other than...
What? Okay, no. Stop lying, bro. Mega Knight is literally... Bro, stop, bro. Stop trolling. You're lying. How is Pekka the one that hated on when Mega Knight every suit? I need to run Pekka to counter Mega Knight. What? Mega Knight is stupid. Mega Knight is literally no skill. Pekka, like, you put a Skarmy down and he's not gonna get any damage, bro. You put a Skarmy down for freaking Mega Knight, bro. He's gonna fully counter it and still get your tower. You need to have, like, advanced placement. Imagine a mid-ladder play that doesn't, like, watch videos about Clash Royale, like, winning a Mega Knight, bro. It's literally, like, mental torture. And they picked PEKKA. This can't be real. That stupid evolution, bro. That evolution that doesn't even make sense, bro. How you gonna get automatic knockback if you're... Oh, my goodness, bro. No. You're not gonna hit on my, like, mother of mini Pekka. Pekka. Beautiful mother. Taking care of her kids. Making her kids successful. And you're gonna freaking choose the mother over the freaking guy that's jumping around the arena and smashing kids? Yo, stop. This can't be real. Why are we picking Pekka? Why? Oh my lord. Yo, I'm actually about to have an aneurysm, bro. What? Yo, you better have the best reason in this game, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm, like, tempted of giving you a dislike, but I'm gonna give you a like right now because Loki, yo, you better have the best reason of the game, bro. You better like, holy moly, bro. Like, Mega Knight's evolution literally counters evil Pekka. Please explain to me. Please, bro. Okay. This guy better have the best reason I've ever heard, ever.
The evolved PEKKA. If you expected anything else, you haven't been playing the same Clash Royale as me. So, what's the problem?
So now you're gonna try to rage bait me? Okay. Yo, you better have the best reason ever, bro.
With
no
the
troll, you
PEKKA?
better have the best
Well,
reason
it
ever.
hardly ever dies. For real, they might as well just release an immortal card at this point, because this is outrageous. This card heals infinitely, and every hit from it just feels like a dagger through your heart. The one thing that was supposed to counter Pekka was Swarms, and the evolved Pekka is designed to kill that entire concept. She can totally destroy a whole army of Swarms by herself, as well as have enough HP left to take down the entire crown tower.
You guys, yo, I'm not even gonna lie. What are you guys talking about? Like, evil Pekka is, like, super broken, bro. Literally, just place it in the middle. Place it in the middle. You guys do it for Mega Knight. Place it in the freaking middle, bro. No, bro, like, yo, I can't. Like, yo, they're hating on my, like, Pekka, bro. They're hating on Pekka for no reason, bro.
How is that even allowed in the game?
Place it in the fucking middle.
PEKKA had already received a range buff this year, and the release of her evolution made her even more broken than ever. There is no one on the 1 counters for the Evo PEKKA really other than the Infernos, and a single zap would crush them too. The meta became extremely unplayable just because of this single Evo, which was literally everywhere. The card dominated in ladder, and even the 2024
throwing everything up in the air, bro. Throwing everything up in the air and everything, bro.
RL World Finals in its broken state. Pros, casuals, content creators, all were united in hating the evolved PEKKA because the card had made the game totally unenjoyable. Not a day went by without anyone criticizing the dev team for releasing a beyond broken evolution. The PEKKA evolution finally received a couple of nerfs recently, but many still see the card as a sign of worry. So,
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. This better be rage bait, bro. Blacks, bro. This better be rage bait. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this is the first time I actually disagreed with you, bro. And, like, I really don't want to be like that guy, bro. But, bro, just place it in the middle, bro. Place it in the middle. You need 2 elixir to defend. Like, why are you not gonna talk about evil Larrys, bro? Evil Larrys were freaking broken as balls. You're not gonna talk about. Holy moly, bro. Holy moly. Yo, okay. Good. That was a good video, bro. Yo, hit that subscribe button, bro. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Subscribe to Vlax, bro. Vlax is an amazing content creator, but I'm not gonna lie. This is like the first time I've actually ever thought, like, yo, this better be like something you got from your friend, bro. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to my Twitch, Jostbnr, and see you guys next time. Bro, I actually, like, I really start, like, thinking, bro. Why? Like, why